Hi, this is Kagi, and welcome to the 28th episode of the High Fiber Diet. Oh, I hope you all are having a wonderful week. It is an adventure every day here between the kittens and trying to get some semblance of normal into life. Yeah, I know you guys are all doing the same, so hopefully we can get into this holiday season together. Knit through it, right? Oh, what's been going on? Lots of knitting. I don't feel like I've accomplished a whole lot, but I know I've been knitting a lot. And of course, decorating and things like that, which that's all in stories. So, finished items. This is a deep finish from a couple months ago. This was Malabrigo Rios in the Riverbed or River Rock colorway. And it's getting into winter, so the colors are what the colors are. Yes, I'm in my PJs, fresh out of the shower, but clean PJs. It's just that kind of day. I put a palm on it. If it's one, it's a palm, and it does fit. It has a slouch, and it's not for me, but I still need to block it. I don't think I really did a pattern with this. I don't recall if I did. I know that it was 100 stitches cast on, 1x1 rib in a size 6, moved to a size 8 for the body, knit for 5 to 6 inches on top of that because it's not a rolled brim, it's just a brim. Did a twisted rib. Then I did a star motif. You're not going to be able to see it with the palm on there, but there's 5 decreases, and after the first 2 inches I started double decreases so that there were 10, so it was more of a rapid. You can see where that began about right there, the difference being. And then on the inside I put a button and attached the palm. It's one of those palms with a hair tie at the bottom, and don't recall where I got this palm. I think this one might have come from Joann's. So that is one finished object. Trying to think if I had any others. I don't think so. I think everything is ongoing right now. Let's start with the big, the sweater. I still have the Easy Eyelet Yoke by Knititude going in Lion Brand Chainette in the colorway Seafoam. Which is an alpaca wool polyamide blend, and it is a chainette yarn, not just the name. Remember, I changed the top of this so that the back was higher. I did short rows across the back. I knit the sleeves full bell and then rapid decrease to a 3x1 rib. Changed the yoke spacing of the eyelet so that it fit more my chest size. And now I have both sleeves done. Need to weave an end still, but I am onto the body. I am beginning around is at the back. So I want to do it as long as I can. Right now I think I am 5 skeins in, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 skeins left to go. So we'll see how far I get. I may decide to split the hem at the bottom instead of leaving it solid just depends on where my whimsy goes and what I feel like doing at that point in time. So there's that. I tore out my tiger socks that were being done on the 9-inch Cirque. I don't like the 9-inch Cirque. Somebody wants a 9-inch Cirque? Let me know. So these will get going after the new year. They may be my January cast on. On this, I believe I'm working on size 10 needles. Let me look. 10.5 needles on this sweater. I know, jumping around. This is me. This is how my brain goes. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Yep. And the new couches came in, so that's what I'm sitting on. And my living room is gnome-tastic because I love the gnomes, just like the bag, the gnomes. I have the beginning of a Never Not Gnoming, and that's all she wrote on that one. Just scrap yarns, nothing major. So that's in my Bags by Awesome Granny. This bag I showed is Silver Shed, I believe. Yeah, Silver Shed USA. Okay. What is next? Next, I started this. I got, and I think I showed it on the podcast before. The cats are scratching out a bag. From Two Sisters Yarn Company, I got the 2020 24 stripe Christmas Advent sock. And it came with 2 skeins for the sock and then heels, toes, and cuffs. Well, I did the first sock quickly, and I cast on with top down with the contrast color. And of course it's going to be stuck on a needle, right? That's just how it goes. So this is the contrast color. It's kind of a khaki color. I'm calling it like a, I don't know, sugar cookie or something like that. It doesn't have a name on it. And then instead of doing just straight knitting, I decided to do a slip stitch, slip one, knit one, where each color change started. And it didn't matter where on the needles because you really can't tell. It just broke it up a little bit. And then I went down, as soon as the 24th stripe was done, I put it on the toe. Now, I was thinking at the time that I was doing them that instead of socks, I would make maybe fingerless mitts or maybe mittens. But just not caring for how far it goes up on my arm. So instead, I tried it on my foot, and I know that my heel will be right there. It should be right in the middle of the gold. And so I went ahead, and I had done this before I put on the toe. And because if I had done it to my finger, that would be up over my elbow, and that just wasn't comfortable. I measured it on my foot. I know that it'll be in that gold. So as soon as I am done with the second toe, because I've started, now I'm doing these day by day now, so that I'm actually working with the Advent. And so I did the cuff, and then I did day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Day 7 I got started. I haven't finished, and I know today's day 8. So I need to get that going. Just not enough hours last night. In fact, I think I knit 4 of those last night because I wasn't exactly started on the first. So I don't know if I will get those done first or if I will wait and order them or get them just knit up when I can. I want them done to wear on Christmas. And since this is all of this that I have left and I have to do one more toe and 2 heels, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I may measure it out and just do the toe and then find a color that corresponds, which there's a ton of colors, so I can find definitely a color that corresponds, and do heels in that color. Not a huge fan of afterthought heels, but I do know how to do them. They used to be called the peasant heel back in the day, so that you could replace them. Yeah. So this is my Gnoming All the Way mug. Actually drinking ginger ale out of it. Done with tea. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Told you it's a PJ day. I'm not going anywhere. Next thing I have that's just a bunch of needles and such in that bag. I have my mystery gnome. So if you're doing the Gnome MCowl 5, which is the Christmas gnome nutmeg, and you haven't gotten past clue 4, because I finished clue 4, look away. Or if you don't care, don't look away. I don't care. This isn't going to be up until tomorrow, and clue 5 will be up by then. So I decided I had gotten that Hoogie Advent that was supposed to be opened on Advent Sundays. And I opened the first one and I noticed what kind of pattern it was, and I went, not knitting a scarf. I don't normally knit long rectangular items and enjoy it. So I'm not doing it. No, you cannot have the pom-pom. Cats. So instead of doing the fingering weight, which I was thinking about doing, I decided to use the colors in the DK. And I just went ahead and I opened the whole Advent. Yeah, I know, I'm not supposed to do that, but who says I play by the rules? Go away. So I have one more color in the Advent that I didn't open, but I have this cream color, which is Shoreline. The yarn is Homestead DK from Heidi and Lana, 100% merino. Then I have I know the colors are Farmhouse, Mist, I think this is Mist, which is a gray, Farmhouse, which is a blue, the gold, I actually have the pattern thing in here, is Toffee, and then the darker blue, Earthquake Cat, Farmhouse, Mist. Uh-oh, am I missing one? I don't know. There's a darker one. It's a dark blue. I'm not feeling it inside it. So, yeah. These are the colors I chose to use. And project. Knocked the cat down and now I can't find anything. Isn't that how it goes? So first off, this is a cluster muck of everything, right? Jolly ho ho ho, right? So the first clue was held double, make a beard. And I made the first beard, and I unraveled it, and it was long, and I didn't like it. And I'd only singled it, and you're supposed to hold it double. So, yeah, follow the directions, right? So, I made a second beard, and I blocked it, wet blocked it, and then unraveled it. And so I have a nice kinky gnome beard, and that I like. Then clue 2, 3, and 4 were the hat. And like I said, I am doing this on DK instead of the fingering that it calls for. So I actually used a size 5 needle for the beard, and I've been using a size 3 magic loop needle for the hat. And so this is the hat, and I've used color 1, color 2, and color 3. I picked up the 5th color because I'm me and I can, and that's what I did this in because I wanted a white beard. And we will see how it goes on and goes out. I think it's kind of cute, and I think we're probably going to start on the body next, which would make sense. I know, as per most of my gnomes, not all of them have arms, and I probably won't be doing arms because I'm not a huge... I like legs on mine. Like, I don't know, does this one have it? No, that one's got arms and legs, but I like the legs on them, and I really like the long legs. But yeah, so that is from, I don't know what her name is. Let me look. This one, Gnome Advent, Clue. Of course she doesn't have her name on it. Really? If you just put in Instagram Never Not Gnoming, you're going to come up with her. Her name's not on here, which is really weird. But let's see. Is it coming up on the Northern Woods Cafe Holiday Newsletter? Pre-cal information. Sarah Schira. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Schira. And yeah, it's the Adventure Gnome. Advent knit. And it's pretty cool. She's giving a story some days, she's giving the pattern some days, she's giving recipes some days. One of them was for sugar plums, and I mean, I probably won't be making them, but they sounded really good. So I haven't looked at today's. I think it's another recipe, but I just haven't looked. And so that's where I am on that. And I have it just in my little basket. I'm using my very old Chiagus. These are some of the bent Chiagus before they started making the straights. These are fixed. And if I could find my size 3 DPNs, I would be using those instead, because that is what I prefer. My computer's trying to do a backup, and I don't want it to do that right now. So that is that. I think that is all I have been making on. This bag holds all of the yarn and goodies from the Advents. I have 2 more Advents going on right now. One is from Fuzzy Goats. It is the Box of Goats. And this one has 31 days instead of 24. It had a pattern for another scarf. I already told you I'm going to be making the habitation throw. I think that's what it's called. Hibernation throw, habitation throw, something like that. And I also received, and it's really bad, 2 of these Advents that I received, I don't even remember ordering, but it was way back in July or August, and I'm pretty sure I did. This one was from Sweet Sparrow Yarns, and every day you get something, yarn, or sometimes you get a stitch marker or something like that with them. I'm posting them to my Instagram. I'm not doing Vlogmas. That's just not happening. Yeah. So I have this big basket that every day they're separated. I have one on one side, one on the other. And I get into it and I post that on Instagram when I open them. And like the one from Fuzzy Goats, it had a ball. I think this was from Fuzzy Goats. This might? No, this was from the Hygge. And I don't even know how to pronounce that. I've been having it just in there. I haven't used it yet. So, yeah, like I said, it feels like I've done a lot and I've been knitting a lot. And I need to get going on Boo's blanket. I need to get going on Mama Bear's, I don't know what you call it. It's old times you'd call it a dicky, but whatever. The neck thing with the thing in the front to go in her coat. I just don't want to knit on those right now, and that's horrible. But I'm trying to make myself happy this holiday season too, so I'm sticking with things that I want to knit on. And so I have been getting patterns. And I went through some of my books that I bought earlier this year, and that's where I was earlier this year. Maybe I might be in that space next year, but right now I'm not in that space to knit those sweaters and those things, so I haven't done it. I did go to Knitty McPurley. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. Gotta put the pillow back up. I went to Knitty McPurley, and I was looking around her site. And she has had surgery for breast cancer, and I wanted to support her some. You know, I like her patterns. I've liked her patterns for a while, and so I went ahead and I purchased the Watership Downs sweater. I'm not sure if I talked about that last week. I might have, but I really like this. I know it's got a lot of bobbles or noops, but I'd probably do it 3/4 length sleeves. So yeah, let's see, does that come out a little better? You can look it up. It's Watership Down. It is on her site, knittingmcpurley.com. And while I was there, I saw that she had a stitch marker necklace that I really liked. And if you've been watching for some time, you know that I have had this Eggcorn one by her that unscrews, and it holds hexagon stitch markers. Comes with and holds hexagon stitch markers. So there's a bunch of stitch markers. They all go right back in, and it gets screwed on, and you can wear it. It's a nice piece of jewelry. I got it in the believe this is the copper. And so that was one that I had gotten in the past. Squirrels and acorns are a thing. Well, she had one that was kind of dainty, and it's silver tone. Of course, it's not silver, so don't think that. But it's another stitch marker necklace that is more filigree. And this one, when you open it, it opens like a locket. And it holds 3. I think it's 3. I'm using one of them, so. Of these round stitch markers. Just little round rope stitch markers. A little bit bigger than sock markers. But this is how it opens. And it just slips on with the head. No, of course I wouldn't be wearing it with jammers. But yeah. She also had a set, I don't know if she has any more in the store, but she had a set that had both the necklace and the earrings. As I don't wear earrings, both of my ears have 2 holes in them, but every time I wear earrings I get infected, whether I wear the hypoallergenic or not. Surgical steel, platinum down to silver, gold, everything. My ears just, they don't like them. So, yeah. I went ahead and I purchased that one. It wasn't that expensive, but it's a nice little stocking stuffer, and I believe you can still order in her shop now. So, other patterns I picked up this last couple of weeks. I think it's been a couple of weeks since I talked. Let's see. I picked up the Squirrel Amigurumi pattern by Yankee Rose, which is Trisha Ryan. And it is an ornament size squirrel that I am going to be making up for our Christmas tree. And I'll talk about our Christmas tree in a minute. I also picked up Tessie the Twatopotamus Amigurumi doll by Trisha Ryan. And you know I love hippopotamuses, and that she called it a twatopotamus I think is amazing. So I just had to. And that one I will be making, I think that one is actually pretty large, and I'm going to be making it up in fingering weight, so it'll be an ornament as well. I also, this is a free pattern online, Gnome Ornaments by Beth Koski. Printed 2017. These are itty bitty gnome ornaments, and I will be making some of those up. You know, as long as I feel like doing it, I'm going to do it. When I don't, doesn't mean next year. I have the pattern. Ariel Snowflake. I saw this. Michelle was crocheting these up, and I saw 2 of them that I really, really liked. My mom made crocheted snowflakes. My niece has some of them. The rest were lost in a fire. But I want to have some crocheted snowflakes on my tree. And I have the original book, but I want something a little bit different. Not that Mom's weren't great, and I'll eventually get around to making them. But this one is Ariel Snowflake times 10, designed and written by Irina Maliva. And this pattern is just gorgeous. Make it a little bit smaller so you can see the name. And then she has a second one, which is Ariel Snowflake times 6. I don't know if that's how many, or if this is number 6 out of 10, and this one's just a little bit different, and I want to make up both of these. They're just pretty. My iPad just did something weird, and this one I may make up a few more. I have made them up in the past. Where'd it go? It was here. There it is. I made up the cat one. This is Snowball Bunnies by Susan Cladino. I think this was, November 2012 was when I got the pattern. So ages ago. And basically they're ornaments and then animals. And I have a mouse. This one I believe is the kitty. I have a snowman. It's even got the tail on the back. I want to do up more. This has like, I don't know, 6 or 8 different ones to make up, and I want to make up a few more. I think that's the end for that. Let me look at this and make sure. I also picked up the Weekender sweater because it is one that I do want to make. And I've got a lot of things that I want to get on the needles. It's just, when am I going to? It's going to be a long winter. Right now I'm not working. I have been looking still. So let's get into what I've acquired other than necklaces. My Ply magazine came in. Unfortunately, Ply has announced that Ply Away 2021 has been canceled, and I'm not sure, but I think possibly Ply Away 2022 might be as well. This one is all about warmth. It has some things about weaving. It has some things about spinning, of course, because it is Ply. But it also has how to reuse and repair, so you can darn or remake. I haven't completely looked through it. It does have, let's see if I can get to the front pages of this, these adorable elephant convertible mitts. And how to spin for it, creating color dominance and all that goes in there. And they talk a lot about color and prep work. And so that's pretty cool because, you know, I've always liked Ply. I haven't gotten every issue, but I have resubscribed because I'm getting back into spinning. So, yeah. I also ordered some new to me sock yarn. I saw this on Instagram, and I ordered it from Hand Dyed Socks, handdyedsockyarn.etsy.com. And it is Molly Socks, M-A-L-L-Y Socks. And I got this in one of the color, Christmas colors. Of course, it's a number 23, 12, 20. But it is greens and toffee colors and browns and some mauves and kind of Victorian looking Christmas to me. And I like the way that it came up on the printout. Has some burgundies, grays, flecky colors, not a lot of jacquard, which is where it patterns itself. I don't think there's a lot of jacquard in it, but I don't know. It is a true sock weight. And I believe it states size 3.5 to 4 needles. That's actually big. Probably knitted on a size 2 for socks. I'd say it's on the heavier side instead of the thinner side of sock yarn. Kind of feels 75% superwash wool, 25% polyamide. It's not as toothy as Regia or Opal. It's got a little bit of a softer side to it, but I can see it being that kind of workhorse yarn. Definitely. Then I ordered from Alaska, Coyote Trail Farm and Fiber Mill, and they have a thing where you have to order in sets of 4 or more. I believe it's 4 or more. Might have been 5. I'm not sure. I think it's 4. But the prices, I think it was $6 a skein. So ordering 5 balls of yarn came to like $30 plus shipping. And these are each 200 yards and 80% Shetland from Wasilla and 20% Merino. I only got 1 ball band for all 5. There we go. It goes, these are all natural colors. So the cream, the fawn, the brown, the chocolate, and the charcoal. So that's 1,000 yards. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It does still have some VM in it, just hay and stuff, nothing nasty. It feels slinky soft. And it is a 2-ply. It's a standard spinner's yarn, 2-ply. And like I said, I don't know exactly what it will grow up to be. But to me, it's very, very nicely done. It's again by Coyote Trail Farm and Fiber Mill out of Fairbanks, Alaska. Oh, is it bath time? He is sitting right beside me on the couch. The couch has a chaise. He's sitting at the end of the chaise having a bath. I know I talked last time about Monet, and they had a special on sample sizes. And I've been, excuse me, I've been wanting to try some of their night creams. Now, if you've been a long time listener or watcher, you know that I wear a CPAP at night. So I don't wear any oils or anything around this part of my face, or the seal does not happen. And I've been wanting to try some of the creams that I could use more on my eyes, forehead, neck area, things like that. Because come with age, that's what happens. I'm not huge on makeup. When I was a teenager, I wore makeup. When I was in my 20s, I wore makeup. Makeup started breaking me out. I couldn't get a kind that didn't. Just the other day, Boo and I went shopping and I bought eyeliner and mascara so that I might be able to wear a little bit of makeup again. And I put it on for one day and my eyes went kapoof red, and I mean, it was brand new stuff. So I don't know what's going on. So I very rarely use makeup, but I am finding that the Monet some of their stuff I can use. Like I told you, the under eye bag stuff that I use, I really like that. That's the 30-second serum. This is Rewind Age Control Nectar, and it says pump into your hand and apply nightly to clean skin before your Monat moisturizer. Only use once daily. So on areas that I need age control, there's a sample size of that. This is the Night Haven Control Cream that you apply to face and neck at nighttime. So this is the neck cream that I wanted. And that's called Night Haven. And then I got the Eye Smooth, which is the nourishing eye cream that I was asking for. And that's just use your ring finger and pat in the same area that I would do the morning 30-second rewind. I use this at night. And so I used it last night for the first time, so I really can't tell you, but I can tell you I'm not breaking out from it, so that's a good thing. Monat is new to me, but my daughter-in-law loves it, and that's why she became a consultant, and I've been trying it out to see if I can use it, and it came in this cute little case, which will probably become a needle holder because it does open very nicely. This is called the Night's Essential, and it opens all the way up, and I can see putting some needles or some things like that. It's plastic, soft-sided, like a suitcase. Night Essentials for travel. Yeah. So I am not a consultant for Monat, but if you want information on where to get it, or you don't know someone in your area, I can give you the information of my daughter-in-law. I'm liking it. And, you know, 51-year-old skin needs a little bit more moisture than, yeah. It was just a cute little package. It's not, I will be honest, there are parts of this that are very expensive, but this wasn't. And to try it out, I'd rather get a travel size that I can try out and see if I like and if it works. Next, a little bit about life. Pictures. The cats. I put up the regular Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving. And I think the last time I recorded was before Thanksgiving. Might have been. Sarge came home. He was here. We very quickly did sandwiches. And then we went to Bears the next day. Yeah, it had to have been before that. We went to Bears the next day, and the day after that, we found out that part of the family had been exposed to C19. And we weren't worried because it was on the Sunday and we were there on the Saturday. But, you know, it's something that we deal with daily with what Sarge does. So, luckily, thank God, everybody came back negative. But it was still a little bit of a in your face. Our holiday was nice. It was a quiet weekend. Sarge went off. And then the next day I had a deposition. So no, I haven't. I don't think I have recorded since Thanksgiving because of that. It was a tough week. And in fact, my brain hurt for 2 or 3 days after that. But during that time, I had set up the Christmas tree. And we had a regular Christmas tree, little white Christmas tree, the one that we've had for a couple of years. And the kittens attacked it. So it was set up. It wasn't in its spot. It wasn't in anything. It was just sitting there. And they attacked it. And they killed it. I don't think I got a picture of it killed. But they climbed it. And we had to throw it away. The arms, they were the folding arms. They had broken them completely. And I'm like, Sarge was like, we're not getting a tree this year. I'm like, we're going to have a tree. And he's like, we're not getting a tree. And I'm like, okay, well, we're going to have a tree. And I got to looking and I found this tree on Amazon. And I sent him a picture of it. He said, okay, go ahead, get that. As you can see, it's sitting back here. Cats haven't bothered it in the least. But that's not our Christmas tree. Because while I was looking on Amazon, and I know we're supposed to be shopping local and all that stuff, but I don't want to go out. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I found this tree. It is a wrought iron tree. I absolutely adore wrought iron. And it is an ornament holder tree, but it is 7 feet tall, 84 inches. And it is sitting right over there, completely decorated. I may pull all the decorations off because the way I have the lights on it, I'm not caring for. I want to curly cue the lights out, but I may just do that next year. So, I know I had a picture of it. Here it is with all the lights on it. And it makes me so happy. And I have only handmade items on it except for 3 at the top, which are special for our family. Some of the oldest that we have, but still, they're at the top. And the rest of them, if the cats got onto it, they're just handmade, just like this little cat. The rest of the house is gnomes. And that makes me happy. And this year, that's what matters because I'm really the only one home. That sounds selfish, but it's not. So yeah, we got a different kind of tree, but I don't have to worry about the plastic little pieces and the flecking and everything else that might be on the ground. It's just simple, and I love it. So that is the saga of the tree. I have gotten to be an ambassador for Built Bar, and if you haven't heard about Built Bar, it is it's a protein bar. The stats on it are not bad. It is 130 calories, and it is 18 grams of carb, but of those, only 4 grams of total sugar and 6 grams of fiber. And sugar alcohols are only 8 grams. Protein is 17 grams, and the flavors are amazing. One of the things that got me to be the ambassador is this is whey protein isolate, and it's not concentrate. And whey protein concentrate hurts my tummy, and whey protein isolate I really like. Now this one is the double chocolate. I got the 18 pack to begin with, and Sarge adores them too. They taste like a candy bar. They are as soft like a Three Musketeers. The flavors are true to flavors. My favorite so far has been the cherry, dark chocolate with cherry. It tastes like those cherry cordials. So good. They have a raspberry one too. Sarge really liked the coconut and the cookie and cream. If you go to builtbar.com and you use the code HFD for High Fiber Diet, capital H, capital F, capital D, you get, I believe it's 10% off, and you can try Built Bars too. So that's how good they are. You know, I don't sit here and recommend things that I don't like. I will tell you the truth on them. And yeah, the other thing, now this is not a paid one. This is Moon Cheese I am finally finding again in the stores. This is the Pepper Jack, which is my second favorite. They now have a bacon cheese, a smoked bacon cheese. Oh my God, so good. And for 10 grams of protein, 0 sugar, only 2 carbs, it's an amazing throw in my purse and go. So between the two of these, I told you last time that I've begun losing weight again. I'm now down almost 20 pounds from my highest regain, and I'm working towards getting back to where I was. The gym still needs to be set up. This is 90% of what's going into my face, so I'm being very conscious about that, but I'm also doing some extra walking, and I got one of those, it's like a blow-up bean. I don't know what the name of it is right off the top of my head, but it helps me do crunches and sit-ups, and I don't know what it's called when you lay on your belly and you pull yourself up. They're a different kind of crunch, I guess. But I've been doing those, and, you know, just getting the body moving again, being stuck in the house. And I know I'm going to be stuck even more once the snow flies. So I wanted to get something that would make me want to work out again. I also pulled out my Body Groove DVD, and I have been using Body Groove. And I love the movement and the dancing and the fun. So that is certainly me. What is my gadget this week? Oh, there it is. My gadget this week, I picked up a stack of felt. And I picked up a bunch of cookie cutters. The snowman, the Santa Claus, the candy cane, the Christmas tree. I just bought them from Amazon. I'm not going to use them for cookies because I'm not huge on cookies. But between the two, I am making, you take 2 and you put up felt. And I just did indelible pen because these are going to go together where you're not going to see it. And now I have to pull out my embroidery floss or my sock yarn and a pointed needle. And I need to blanket stitch these, and I have some stuffing and I'll stuff in it. And I saw a friend on Instagram said, I think it was Instagram, might have been Facebook, said to get some catnip oil. Instead of getting the catnip that goes all over the place and is a mess to clean up, there's catnip oil that you can spray on them, and the cats can play with these instead of ornaments on the tree. Well, they haven't bothered my ornaments, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I did order some of the spray oil, but these might just become actual ornaments. I have the gingerbread man. I have the snowflake that kind of ended up looking like a 6-pointed star, but that's okay too. And the Christmas tree. I have those 3 cut out, and I will be doing more. I have stacks of all sorts of colors. You can almost get 2 out. It depends on where you put them, but I'm mostly getting 1 set out of each color. And am I going to do them all? No, but I'll do some because I add more handmade ornaments every year. And so that is my gadget this week, is make your own. Have some fun. Just cookie cutters and a little bit of embroidery floss or sock yarn, and you can put it together. So until next time, watch all the good holiday movies that you can. Tonight, I think I'm finally going to watch Christmas Chronicles 2. That's the one with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell on Netflix. Of course, we're holding off on Lethal Weapon, which we consider Christmas music and Christmas movie because that's when it came out, and it's based in Christmas time. And we also have Die Hard that we will be doing as a family, well, Sarge and I, depending on when he gets back. I will be watching my favorites, which is Holiday Inn and White Christmas on my own. Sarge isn't huge on them. He likes White Christmas. He puts up with it. Over Thanksgiving weekend, we did watch The Quiet Man, which is one of our favorite, and we are planning some weekend. When he comes back, we're not sure when he's going to be back again. But somewhere in this holiday time, it may even be New Year's, that we watch Firefly and Serenity. We always do that, or have added that to our repertoire, and hopefully the grandkids will be over at least one night and we'll watch Polar Express. We've been doing a lot of the movies, a lot of FaceTime with everybody, talking with family. Oh gosh, things that came up just talking with them and the memories. Has anybody had hot Dr. Pepper? I know, it sounds disgusting, but it's not. You take original Dr. Pepper and you got to find the kind with cane sugar, not the kind with the high fructose corn syrup. And you simmer it on the stove. You don't bring it to a boil, you just simmer it. And in that, you float very thinly sliced lemon, full lemon slices, the rounds. When you serve it, you ladle it into a cup and you put one of those rounds on top. That keeps the heat from dissipating, but it also allows you to sip through the lemon. Now, I know everybody here is going, oh my God, no! But this is something that takes me back to childhood. It used to be a thing in the 60s and 70s. And when my sister was at college, early 70s, she brought it home one weekend. And I remember her making it, and it became, when we went out in the snow, we came back and we had hot Dr. Pepper. And no, I'm not drinking it now because I can't have the sugar, but just the memory that it brought back. That, and we used to have a wood stove, and we would put chestnuts on top of the wood stove until they popped. And once they popped, you could open them and have your hot chestnuts. And I think a few years ago, I did some in the oven. And all you do is you take the chestnuts and you score them with an X. And then you put them in the oven on a cookie sheet. And you wait for them to expand. And the air pressure, the moisture just makes them pop open. And warm, straight from the oven, chestnuts are amazing. Yeah, they're just, yeah, that's memories for me. So I hope you make some memories with your family this year. And I also hope to talk to you again before Christmas. It's the 8th, so maybe I'll get in one more before Christmas, and definitely one in between Christmas and New Year's. So until then, check your checkbook before starting the high fiber diet. Bye-bye.